Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another video. Today we're going to talk about Adobe Premiere Pro. This is actually the video editing software I've been using since 2008-ish. Before that I had CS5 and this is Premiere Pro from CS6. Um, and CS6 is on the market, I believe, out of the top of my head since 2012. So this software is almost 10 years old, and the majority of videos I edited with this software. So let's go to recent projects. Um, Here you have some game footage that was in the time that I still recorded it and then edited afterwards. But then I found out streaming and I was blown away. I didn't need to edit anything anymore because it's all about the gameplay anyway. So this is basically also your overview when you talk about your workstation. Um, we have to show you something: properties, export, preferences, in general, appearance. What am I looking for? Appearance, not this one. Audio, hardware, audio. Mm, Project settings, general, scratch. I was looking for what kind of clip this is, but I think I know. Oh yeah, I remember. It's been a while that I use with this software. When you create a new project, now you see I use Eagle Eye, so I already defined that this Eagle Eye project should be 1080p at 60 frames. And now I'm going to add some 4K footage, right? Let's see what's happening. So we drag it here to the timeline, change existing settings. So now it fits the screen, and this is 4K footage, which I can only render. Let's see, file, export, media, and here we have some options here. So we want to export to MP4. The format is going to be H.264. That will give us different presets, and then we are going to go to, why can't I scroll down here? Oh, this is better. Game footage, only 30 frames. Is this the highest? I think it is, because for the time it was quite something. So you see, guys, this is already quite old software, but this is what I use on a notebook that I use since 2010. Somewhere on another channel I did when I reviewed my notebook, which was the Asus G73, I believe. Um, I was doing 1080p at 30 frames, and that was quite something. Here you see the frame rate. Let's see if we can beef this up. Yes, we can go up to 60. Okay, so forget what I said. 60 is the highest, but 1080p was basically the highest that you have. Bitrate settings, advanced settings. When you compare this to iMovie or Kdenlive, you see you have way more settings here. Use maximum render quality, use frame blending, use previews. You can queue it or immediately export it to a location that you want, ready to upload. So this is when I'm done. I can export it here and then I can upload it to YouTube, which I barely do no more, especially not with videos of game footage. But you have quite a lot of settings here. You can give it some metadata if you want. Okay, so let's cancel this. Sequence, clip, project, edit, preferences, marker, title, insert title. So I can add something here. Hello. Let's make that a little bit bigger. This is now big. Let's see, 250 then. Hi. See, you can work with this, and you can drag it around the screen. It's all a little bit more basic, mind you. This is 10 years ago, but look at all the options that you have. And also, I think I know something about video. I'm still a rookie. Even I do this for 10 years. This is my hobby in my spare time. But look at all the options you have. When it only comes to this title screen, you have certain styles. Here you have all the different kind of lettering. It's a lot of possibilities here. You have your basic tools here. So a cutting tool. Here you can do this. Um, I use this the most. Hand tool, so you can go through your timeline. It's quite straightforward. And here you have video transitions, video effects, color correction, distortion, image control, keygen, noise and grain, video transitions, audio effects. We can add some bass, denoiser, dynamics, EQ the audio. So this is really professional. I wouldn't say Hollywood uses this, but I'm sure like low budget filming studios use Adobe, and not the CS6 version that you see here right in front of you, but like here, this is CS6, and I see if I see there version 6. Yeah, guys, this is 2012 at the latest, maybe 2011 even. So this is 10 years old. But you can imagine that if you're a professional, then there's so many options and tools that you can use, and you can make almost everything look great. You can do so much with the footage when you talk about the video effects. Okay, this is good. Distort, bend. So how does it look now? Here, a little bit weird effect. Let's make sure that this is gone. Mirror. Doesn't seem to do much. Twirl, transform, stabilizer. This is actually before that the cameras had a stabilizing function in it. When I talk about my GoPro 7 Hero, my Hero 7 Black, it has a image stabilization on the device itself, also software based. But here you could still stabilize the image with a plugin, which was great. And it had to analyze first, and then you could apply a certain preset. And at the end of the day, it would always look not the way you really want it. But it was all packed in here. So this is actually the software I used most of the time. I haven't been using this now for, I think, more than a year, because after this I switched to Kdenlive, and for the last 6 months, it's most of the time it's iMovie. But I had to show you guys this. This is really, really nice and neat software. After a while, I switched to OpenShot, which I don't think I will review, but anyway, let's just do a little bit. And the only reason I moved to OpenShot after a while is because this OpenShot application does have a 4K export function. Because at the time, 1080p 60 frames a second was really the highest export you could get from Adobe Premiere. I mean, that was also the highest that YouTube accepted, I think, at that time. So that was fine. But you know, the times are changing, and now 4K is getting more common. Don't know why OpenShot doesn't load, but we'll try one more time. Here, this is way more basic. This is also open source. You can also use it for Windows. I'm now on Windows 10. I think I think you noticed that. But this is open source. Also has transitions and stuff you can use. Different spoor is like a layer. So you have a layer for audio, layer for